Hello and welcome to Fusion Fundamentals with me, MJ. In today's video, we're going to be having a look at some generative design feature I didn't know Fusion had, but it's pretty damn cool. But before we get into the video, I want to show you something that I discovered. So it's a site called MakerNest. It's similar to Cult, but I think the whole backbone of everything is a lot cooler. You can see here as we scroll through, it's got a ton of great features. It really is cool. So I've become one of the founder members. There's still a few spots open, and you're going to be able to sell your designs here for minimal commission, and you're going to be able to make a good deal of money. It's still growing, and it's growing quite rapidly, so check it out. Let's get into today's video. I usually use the free version or hobby version, so you don't have all the features in the hobby one. So in this full version, I've found something called, I think it's automated design. Over here, automated modeling. So if you hang over it there, you can see it kind of creates automated shapes between spaces. So I've designed something similar to what's in this picture, and I'm going to show you how to use it quick. It is incredibly cool. So we'll select the faces we want, and once we've selected them, we can say, or you can choose a body to avoid. So if I had something in the middle here, it would design around it. Now we click generate shapes. What it's going to do now is give us a list of possible shapes or designs that we can use. So it takes a few seconds, and then it's going to generate this list over here. So there we go. We've got a couple of alternatives. It has designed this shape for us. We can click on the other alternatives. Obviously they vary in strength, and you've got this little slider here to determine how much volume you want on your design. So I like this one. This is kind of similar to some sort of bike frame or something, and if you want it sort of more slimline, depending on the materials you would use in real life, you could slim down the volume. There's another interesting one, but I'm going to go with this one. Click OK, and it is going to add that in for us. Now if we go look over here on the bodies, we can see it's got our two bodies plus this one. So what I didn't do was ask it to avoid that. So if you wanted a pivot or something, it might not work like you want. But we can go back into our generative design and look for something else. So like this one is not attached at all. This one's got this little piece that I didn't notice originally. There's a nice clean one. So I'm going to slim that down a little bit. Okay. And now it'll select that for us. So since this is a separate body, we can apply some pivots or joints to it, and you know, we could simulate some things. In the timeline here, you'll see we've got our automated modeling, we've got the organic shape, so it did our form shape for us with the T-splines, and then it did a combine operation. So the combine operation would be where it's added the shape and removed our other parts. So if we wanted to, we could possibly have another one running around the center here to that center hub. But this is just a really cool feature if you are wanting to create some sort of organic shapes, but giving it some symmetry and a good deal of strength. You could obviously mix this up as you want, and you have this body, so you can edit the body, make holes, whatever you want. But it is really cool. So have a go with that if you've got the full version. If you don't, maybe get the trial and play with it. It's really fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my Udemy course. Link is in the description below. Till next time, bye.